Hello and welcome to Scooped, the ice cream review podcast where we try all the cone creations, signature slushes, and frozen foods on the East Coast to give you the ultimate scoop. My name is Holly Hagman, and with me is my co-host, husband, and ice cream connoisseur, Paul Percibali. Paul, why is frozen yogurt considered a high-class snack?
Because the cows are always dressed in black and white?
That is just like way overthinking.
Well, what else do you expect?
Because yogurt is cultured.
Okay, fine. I guess that one's pretty good too.
Thank you. I'm here all week and month and year.
I would hope so.
So, I'm going to keep doing this as long as I can. In our last episode, we reviewed Crazies, which we placed at the C tier level. And for this episode, we are reviewing the frozen yogurt phenomenon, also known as Pinkberry.
Yes.
And by we, I mean you are reviewing the frozen yogurt phenomenon, also known as Pinkberry.
Because, turns out Holly doesn't like frozen yogurt.
We'll get there.
Well, she didn't like that particular type. Anyway, go ahead.
Anyway, so first and foremost, as per usual, we're going to get some background about the restaurant of Pinkberry. We're going to learn some stuff from their website, and then we're going to talk about our personal experience. Oh my god.
Yeah, don't die, please.
Our personal experience, not knowing how to speak, anyway, with where we acquired Pinkberry and exactly what happened here to affect our review. So, without further ado, Paul, tell us about Pinkberry.
Okay, so, Pinkberry, all rights reserved. It tastes as good as it makes you feel. Pinkberry is the tart frozen yogurt brand of Los Angeles, California. Starting in 2005, the brand reignited the phenomenon for frozen yogurt and has grown throughout the country to more than 100 stores. Shelley Huang and Young Lee founded the company in California, but is currently headquartered in Scottsdale, Arizona, and there are over 260 locations across 20 countries.
It grew.
Yeah, it did grow.
Yeah. We interrupt your regularly scheduled podcast to bring you a note from the future. So it's been a while since we've done one of these, but we had to add this in. This was something I had not heard about when I did my initial notes for Pinkberry, but it did come up when I was doing the edit. So when we mentioned the founders of Pinkberry, which include Shelley Wong and Young Lee, Mr. Lee got himself into a bit of trouble in 2014. Turns out he was not only charged with, but convicted of and sent to prison for the violent assault of a homeless man. In 2014, he received a sentence of 7 years behind bars for the assault. Evidently, the man flashed or did something inappropriate towards his fiancée, and he didn't like that, so he decided to, do the rational thing and beat him with a tire iron. So, yeah, there's a little bit of a seedy underbelly in the Pinkberry history. I did learn from the article I looked at that he is no longer affiliated with the company. I can't imagine why. But yeah, I felt that was necessary to include. Now back to your regularly scheduled programming. It started in California and then expanded to over 100 stores in the United States, and then after that it went international, and so now it's in 20 countries and over 260 spots, like it said.
Yes. So. And we have one of the few ones near us. I mean,
we have something near us.
We'll
get to it.
Yeah.
It's weird, but there are certain things they pride themselves on that we learned about on the website as well. And here are their, I guess,
their
what are
brand
they called?
Points of interest.
I guess there are things that they pride themselves on.
Yes, and one of them apparently is their quality. Their slogan about that is, "We create distinctive products by selecting and combining fresh ingredients so they taste as good as they are for you. That's why our frozen yogurt is made with real milk and real yogurt."
I sure would hope so. What is fake
what else
yogurt?
would they... I don't know. Wait. There's almond-like based yogurt.
Oh yeah, I know that.
And then there's coconut-based yogurt.
Okay, these aren't fake yogurts. These are just non-dairy yogurts.
Okay.
What is false yogurt? The
plaster. They put the plaster in the cups. That's the false yogurt.
Delicious plaster.
Yes.
Really good for your intestines, I'm sure.
Yeah. They might gum you up a little, though.
And the irony is, yogurt is supposed to be good for gut health, so...
Yes.
You know. Anywho.
Along with quality, they pride themselves on their service. Their slogan on that is, we are dedicated to outstanding service that adds a bright spot in people's day."
Aww,
yes.
That's nice.
Yes, I would hope so. You kind of expect that from your ice cream brand.
You hope.
And then also they pride themselves on their design, which they say, "We design inspiring environments for the community to share in our fun experience." I feel like if we actually went to a physical Pinkberry locale,
yes,
as opposed to where we went out of necessity for us,
right?
Maybe we could have experienced a bit of that.
Yes. So, you guys are probably wondering what on earth we're talking about in that sense, and so let me tell you a little bit about our location for where we got Pinkberry, because there is not a physical Pinkberry store in the state of New Jersey.
Yep, not a single one.
They're all, the closest ones to us are in New York, and while we are definitely willing to travel for ice cream and the podcast, we couldn't get there, so we had to do the next best thing, which was the Sugar Pop Candy Bar in Pier Village, which is in Long Branch, who happens to serve Pinkberry frozen yogurt, which we learned about this when we were down there for the Baked Bear episode.
Right.
And we saw this place, and it has actually 2 different ice cream vendors that they serve, and one will be coming in a future episode, and one is Pinkberry, and we're talking about that today.
Yep.
So, Sugar Pop Candy Bar is located in the heart of Pier Village, at one of the most popular destinations along the Jersey Shore, and is the perfect spot to satisfy any sweet tooth while also enjoying a day in the sun. It was founded in 2019 and is a family-owned business, and it's sure to bring smiles and excitement to people of all ages. I want you to know I'm editing the grammar of this as I present it.
You just copied and pasted
because I copied and pasted it, and boy, is it a mess. Anywho.
Proud of you.
Thank you. We provide an extended assortment of all candy, from your childhood classics to modern-day favorites. Come indulge yourself in our wide variety of candy from our famously known candy bar, which features kosher and non-kosher options, while enjoying the view of our 12-foot-long fish tank. Did you see a fish tank?
Nope.
Okay.
I feel like that must be an old slogan that they haven't updated in a while.
Yeah, maybe the website needs an update.
So, founded in 2019. So, I'm guessing that they must have had a fish tank at some point.
All right, then.
And if I'm guessing, based on the fact that they are literally on the shore, it's probably a saltwater tank.
I was just going to say, or do you think they're talking about the ocean? Because that would be really funny if
Oh,
they...
Yeah, that would be pretty cute.
I don't think that's what they mean.
No.
But it would be actually hilarious if that's what they were talking about.
Yeah, if it was a saltwater tank, though, it would make sense that it wasn't still there because those things are hard to keep up.
They are very hard to maintain. It's difficult to maintain a saltwater fish tank.
It's a full-time job, and they have candy to sell, so why would they do that for any long, extended amount of time?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they just sent them back into the ocean.
I mean, they could have.
Good luck, like a whole Finding Nemo situation.
Could be.
So anyway, pop into Sugar Pop today and treat yourself, because you deserve it.
I mean, they definitely have pops and everything else in that store.
Yeah, they have a ton of treats.
Yes, we'll be of course including pictures as we go, but
of course.
And you probably might have seen already some by this point, but place is loaded. It's quite big, and they have a wide assortment.
Mm-hmm. They have all kinds of stuff. They have so much candy. They have
so much weird candy.
A lot of weird candy.
Some politically incorrect candy, and some politically correct candy, which is the weirdest thing I think I've ever seen in terms of like.
What are you talking about? Politically correct candy?
Well, you didn't see the candy with like the Donald Trump and the Kamala Harris stuff?
Oh, I did. I just thought you meant I don't know, some kind of quote unquote woke named candy bar or something.
Oh no, I don't know. I don't know what I was getting at. It's just like there was also the Rump Buster or whatever it was called. Do you remember that?
No, I didn't see this. What are you talking about?
Or the Rump Blaster.
Oh no.
You don't remember?
No.
I pointed it out when we were there. It was disturbing, and it definitely would not want any of it. It looked too spicy.
I must have blocked this out because it was horrifying to me.
Yeah, I didn't want to try it.
This is also the place where we purchased in the past, and we still haven't done the episodes for, but we will at some point. A lot of extra toppings kind of episode items. Like the astronaut ice cream. The freeze-dried ice cream.
Yeah, in the bag on the table.
That's been sitting there for however long.
I hope none of that expires.
I don't think it will. The astronaut stuff, it's for astronauts.
Oh, yeah, that's true. But I'm talking about the other stuff in there.
The other stuff is fine. It's not that old. And the one thing we ate already, we just haven't done the review for it.
The chocolate. Oh, the thing.
The thing.
The chocolate thing?
The chocolate thing.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, which we'll talk about in a future thing. But
lots of things.
All the things, some might say. However, so we didn't go to a quote-unquote real Pinkberry
because we literally had no options.
Yeah, we couldn't quite get to one. But if you were to go to a real Pinkberry, we're going to talk about their signature dishes, which obviously is frozen yogurt, but let's talk more in detail about what types they have and things like that.
Okay. So, I don't know if you guys know this, but they got frozen yogurt. Yes. But also they have non-dairy frozen yogurt, which is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Did you find out what flavors there were? Was it like chocolate and vanilla probably?
Hang on, let me pull up the website because they had some interesting flavors that we did not get to experience.
Yeah. And wasn't it like the place that we went, it was just like the one flavor they had available?
2.
Oh, they had 2. Oh, right. They had the swirl. So
yes.
And I was like excavating that thing so that I can like taste both separately. So yeah. Before
regarding dairy free specifically, Pinkberry has a fair amount of dairy free flavors. They might not always carry them all at the same time, but they have coconut milk chocolate, coconut milk coconut, coconut milk cold brew, coconut milk lemon cream, coconut milk salted caramel, coconut milk strawberry, just fruit, peach passion, and just fruit tropical mango.
Wow, that actually sounds pretty good.
Right? Those all sound very good. And regarding regular flavors, like the list is endless. at an actual Pinkberry. Like, and they have so many rotating ones.
Wow, I wish we could have gone to like an actual Pinkberry.
I know, I was really excited. Like, pumpkin, cookie butter, excuse me?
Yeah.
Green apple?
I would have loved that.
I know, you would have. Ube honey? Like, what?
I would have tried that.
That's crazy. I would have loved to try that just to say I did.
Oh, and they had peach.
Pink lemonade, pina colada. Like, the matcha.
Oh my god.
So, yeah, we kind of shot ourselves in the foot for this episode, I think. Maybe we need to make a pilgrimage to Brooklyn. We'll go visit your aunt and we'll get Pinkberry.
Yeah. And then we'll, like, readjust the tier list if we need to.
Yeah, I think we'll have to do a follow-up to this episode.
I mean, it's not like what we had was bad. I enjoyed it. It's just not very you.
No.
But I think that was mostly just because of how tart it was.
Right.
And getting into that, I had, what was it?
We're not there yet. We finished what they have at Pinkberry.
Oh, right. We're going into the signature dishes. So, yes. Along with the frozen yogurt and the non-dairy frozen yogurt, they also had a variety of toppings. So there was just like fresh fruit. I was going to say French fruit. I don't know what a French fruit would be, but whatever.
Let me think. A French fruit.
Butter.
Okay.
All right.
I was going to make a croissant joke.
Well, that's not much more accurate.
A croissant and a banana are the same shape, so a banana is a French fruit at the end.
Okay, then.
Listen, my logic, it might be messy, but it's there.
Got it. So, yeah, they have the fresh fruit, not the French fruit, chocolate and candy, nuts and cereals, and different liquids. So liquids are just like, the strawberry goo or the chocolate goo, I'm guessing.
Yes, sauces, essentially.
Right. And then they also had a variety of drinks. Or, they would usually have a variety of drinks.
They should.
Yeah, they had the smoothies and the iced teas.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, that is what a typical Pinkberry outlet has.
Which is not what we were able to experience, unfortunately. So we went to Sugar Pop, which is a fun candy store. We really like the candy store. Can't express this enough. That it is a really nice candy shop. And it was really useful for our purposes that we were able to try not one, but two of the ice cream places on our list because of this location. So, in addition to a future place that we will review, which is what I ended up getting, they also serve Pinkberry, but they had one frozen yogurt machine with 2 flavors available. And they were the original tart flavor.
It was quite tarty.
And pomegranate flavor.
Yes, which I liked. It was hard kind of, though, like in general, for me to tell how tart the actual pomegranate was because of how tart the tart was. Because I did get it as a swirl. So it was like pretty tarty throughout.
Yeah, so basically what happened is we get there and I'm staring at it because there's only the 2 flavors and I'm very indecisive, as we all know, and there's only 2 flavors to pick from, so I'm just going, should I just get a swirl? And the lady behind the register had asked me, she's like, well, have you ever had Pinkberry before? And I said, no, this is our first time. And she said, do you like Greek yogurt? Now, fun fact, everyone, I hate Greek yogurt. I know this is like a hot take. I know a lot of people really like Greek yogurt. I do not. It tastes to me like you're eating dairy that's gone bad, and I get it. I know that it's because of the cultures and the good bacteria, and that's why it has that sour taste. But I do not like it. I'm not a yogurt person. If yogurt's like in something, like it's in a smoothie or it's in a sauce or, whatever, and it's mixed in with other things, I got no problem with yogurt. But I don't like plain Greek yogurt.
Which is funny to me because you love sour cream.
They're not the same.
They're basically the same.
They are not the same.
They're just the same thing.
They're not the same. Sour cream is not as sour as yogurt, and
That would be
more,
lying then.
And it's more savory than, and I feel like yogurt is more of a
would be
sweet. Who?
Wittgenstein. He would be so mad right now if he heard you say that. Why would the yogurt be more sour than the sour cream? Then wouldn't that make the yogurt become the new sour cream?
It's not cream, though. Right? Yogurt's not cream.
Oh, snap, you're right. Because it's from, wait.
I mean, they're both from dairy, but it's
Yeah.
not cream. It's cream. Whatever, guys. The point is, I don't like Greek yogurt, and the woman at the Sugar Pop candy bar told me that Pinkberry is very similar, flavor profile-wise, to Greek yogurt, and that scared the crap out of me.
You used a bad word, honey. We're not supposed to use bad words like beep, beep, and beep. Beep, what's a beep? It's beeping. Beep, 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 beep. I mean...
I would argue that crap is not a bad word.
Alright, fine.
Just like I would argue that...
We'll agree to disagree.
Sour cream is not like frozen yogurt.
Let's agree to disagree.
Sure, whatever. Anywho... So we have this conversation with the woman at the Sugar Pop candy bar. I don't end up getting Pinkberry. I did not order Pinkberry. I did taste Paul's original swirl pomegranate thing, and I'll be honest, not for me.
But it was for me.
But you really enjoyed it. So
I loved the beep out of it.
Oh my god. So why don't you tell them what you liked so much about it?
Well, I mean... It was my typical flavor profile. Just like you don't like apple cider, typically from the Delicious Orchards, because it's all tart. I love tart flavors. And if you have that particular flavor profile where you like tart things, like black cherry, like just straight up black cherries, then you would probably like this very much, because it was very nice for someone who enjoys tart flavorings in their food. Yes. It had a nice consistency. It was nice and smooth. The pomegranate tasted pomegranate. And the tart tasted tart. Like, I enjoyed it. I don't have any, I can't really explain why. I just enjoyed the whole thing from start to finish, and I was sad by the time I was done eating it. So I guess that's a way to describe it.
That sounds like a weird nickname for your grandmother.
What?
Pomegranate.
Yeah, I like that. Too bad I don't have any more. Well, I mean, have yours, but I feel like she'd hit me if I called her that.
Yogurt or grannies.
Yes.
Yikes. I don't think she would.
Maybe. I would feel like I should be hit, though. Anywho, yes, I feel like it's probably a pretty derisive flavor that you have to like tart flavoring to enjoy it. But if you do, you will probably really like it. And
I agree.
I would say, I have not had a lot of frozen yogurt in my life. But the stuff I have had, it seems like frozen yogurt in general is just a little bit more tart than regular ice cream.
Correct.
Which is probably, again, why I like it more than you.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
The math is definitely adding up here.
Yes. So in general, I did like the flavor. I would love to try it in what? Yeah, you're going to put that in, aren't you?
I'm definitely putting this picture in. So, backstory, while we were walking around Pure Village before we got the frozen yogurt, there's a little kid zone, and I made Paul sit on this little caterpillar kid climby thing, and it's the funniest picture I've ever taken in my life. And
the angle's bad, though, did you realize? You can't see the caboose of the caterpillar.
So, what's that thing called?
What?
That thing that babies don't have, where they can fill in things behind other things.
Fill in things behind other things.
So the reason babies don't think you disappear when you go like this, they have object permanence. They don't have object permanence. Our listeners, assuming they're not infants, have object permanence.
Well, I guess.
so that it's okay that we know that the rest of the caterpillar is there.
Wow, this got all psychological real quick.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Anywho, yeah, let's let them fill in the blanks on that.
So after I made Paul ride the caterpillar, then we went to get the yogurt.
Hey, wait a minute.
What?
I insisted on riding that caterpillar.
You did?
You didn't force me.
I thought I said I dare you to ride the caterpillar.
And I said bet, and I ran for it.
Okay. All right. Either way.
I don't think I actually said bet, by the way.
That was the vibe, though.
I'm hanging out too much with the middle schoolers.
That you're starting to say bet?
Yeah. It's a problem.
Oh, man.
I hate my job, but I also love my job.
You don't hate your job.
No, I don't. I don't hate my job, but also my job is influencing me in ways that I never thought I'd be influenced.
It keeps us young. It's okay.
Yeah, probably.
I like it. So, after that, we went to the candy store. We looked around. We decided on our orders. I didn't get Pinkberry. I got from the other ice cream vendor. It's actually an Italian ice vendor that we'll talk about in a future episode. I do have a photo of what I got. I have blurred out the logo, or I don't remember how I did it. I'm either going to blur out the logo, or I've taken a picture of the side of the cup that didn't have the logo.
Yeah.
So
on a note, though, that was some pretty good looking Italian ice. Like aesthetically,
it was very pretty.
It was like a snow cone mixed with an Italian ice.
Yeah.
Just by how like unpermanent, how much permanence the Italian ice had.
You mean like you could see through it?
Yeah.
All right, that's what I thought you meant. I was confused for a moment, but that makes sense.
Yes. All right, I thought you'd get it.
And I mean, should we talk about we're doing this all backwards. But
what?
Should we talk about the restaurant that we went to down here? Too, just for funsies?
I mean, we're almost done and it's only 25 minutes, so yeah, go ahead if you want to.
So yeah, let's talk about Robinson Ale House too, because on this this trip down to Pier Village, we made a day of it because Pier Village has a ton of stuff to see and do. So we went to eat at the Robinson Ale House. We got
because you were hungry.
We got an early dinner because I was hungry. They have a really cool part of their menu, at least I think it's a really cool part of their menu, where they have a grilled cheese, like, section.
Yes.
So instead of having, like, one grilled cheese option, they have, like, 6 or 7 different grilled cheeses you can choose from, and they all have different types of cheese and different combinations of, like, things like bacon or
they take
tomatoes or what. So
they take their grilled cheese really seriously over there.
They do, and that's like the reason I wanted to go back here, because we've been here before, and the last time we went, I didn't get something off the grilled cheese menu, but I said I want to come back and get a grilled cheese. So we did.
Yes, you did. Well, you did.
Yeah.
I'm afraid to eat grilled cheese from, like, restaurants after my stomach exploded that one time.
Understandably so. The lactose intolerance is strong with this one.
Yeah.
And a gourmet grilled cheese is not the best choice, perhaps. But I got a really cool grilled cheese sandwich. It had Vermont cheddar and an apple spread on it. And bacon.
Yeah. I had a pear and fig salad.
It was pretty, your salad.
Yeah. I grabbed it because I didn't think I was feeling that hungry, and then I devoured the whole thing like a filthy animal.
You do that a lot, I think. You're like, I'm not that hungry. And then the food gets in front of you and you're like, oh wait, I was hungry the whole time. Whoops.
Yep, that is exactly how that went.
Because Paul is the type of person, and I don't know how anybody can do this, quite frankly, but Paul's the type of person who forgets to eat if he's busy.
Yeah, it's so easy to do.
And I so don't share that ability.
Because I'm not a food-driven person, like, at all, except if it's sugar, and I'm trying so hard to wean myself off of it. Not wane. I'm waning. I'm waning on weaning myself off of it, but I'm holding strong. I'm doing my best.
Yay.
Yes.
So we went to Robinson Ale House, and then we also went to this bookstore down there. It's literally just called the Book House, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
And it's super cute. It's a nice little local bookstore. And surprisingly, for being a small bookstore, they have a lot of options.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of good contemporary novels, a section of classics, a section of fun like games and puzzles and stuff. I bought a bunch of stuff there. And it was a lot of fun. And then we went to try the yogurt and or Italian ice. Paul had the yogurt, I had the Italian ice. We'll talk about that in a future episode. And it was just like a nice day. We had a nice time walking around Pier Village, even though we almost got trapped in the parking garage.
Yes.
I forgot about that until right now.
That we might have or might have not supposed to have been in there at all.
Yeah, I'm not sure still.
Yeah, that was scary.
It was labeled weird. Because the parking in Pier Village, there's not a ton of on-street parking, and like the rest are garages, but there's like public ones, and then there's ones for hotels and stuff that are down there.
And we might have accidentally parked in in one that was supposed to be for the hotel. And we're not entirely certain, but eventually the ticket machine let us out, even though you put it in like 10 times at least before it finally let us out.
It was very scary because we went in, you get the ticket, you park. We weren't sure if we were supposed to be parked there, but it didn't say we couldn't, like it was weird. The parking garage was split into two, and there was the parking for the hotel, which was clearly labeled, and then there were just spots that said reserved. But it didn't say hotel parking on that side. It just said reserved parking. But I don't know who it was reserved for, because if you're going into the garage, you're going to pay for... It was very weird. So the point is, we went in, it's too late now, because we already put the car in, so we got to pay to get out either way. So...
And we didn't get any tickets.
We got the ticket, for parking.
Yeah, but we didn't get any...
illegal ticket.
Right.
So eventually, we go do the whole thing, we come back, we get in the car, we go to drive out, and you are supposed to enter your ticket into the machine, and it gives you, it says, you gotta pay X amount of money, and you pay for it. And that thing spit that ticket out at me.
At least 10 times.
With, ticket read error over and over and over again. And I was going, well, which direction are you supposed to put it in? I flipped it around. I, did backwards, forwards, upside down.
You made it origami, and then you put it through the loop.
I made a paper airplane. I threw it. It was crazy. And then there was a button that said, I've lost my ticket. So I'm like, oh, let me hit that. Let me see what happens. And it was like, lost ticket fee, $100. And I said, haha, just kidding, cancel. We're just going to sit here and put the ticket in until it eventually accepts it. And I don't know why or how.
It eventually just
accepted it. But it did. And I was like, quick, give me the credit card. Let's pay. And we got out of there real fast.
Yeah, that wasn't fun.
No, that was alarming. I was really concerned we were stuck in the garage forever. It's like, this is where we live now.
Yeah. We were going to have to I don't know,
call
someone.
Survive on Pinkberry and grilled cheeses.
Yeah. And then they'll get us as loafers or whatever. Like people who loaf. They loaf around.
Right.
All right. Anyway.
So
we should probably go back to the ice cream, don't you think?
Perhaps, now that we've done our whole parking spiel.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess, how do you want to do this? Because I didn't really try this.
You did. You took one bite and you were like, no.
I know. I don't like frozen yogurt. So I know.
So then we need to just ignore your opinion. I mean, honestly, honey, if you don't like frozen yogurt to begin with, it's not for you. We can't hold it against them.
But you love this, and you can't put this on the same level as something like frozen flavors. That would be insane.
No, I'm not. I wouldn't put it that high anyway. But what I will say is that it was comparable to the frozen yogurt that we had from what was the other frozen yogurt place we went to? The one in Matawan.
Froyo Cafe?
Yeah, it was... The flavor of the ice cream itself was comparable to the Froyo Cafe. But they did not have near as many toppings available.
Well, that's because this wasn't a real Pinkberry, and I feel bad.
I know.
I don't know. Okay. let's pull up the tier list.
All right,
So we
pull up
can
the tier list and we can go from there.
Talk about it.
Because I still liked it. I enjoyed it. I would probably get it again. Like, if you offered to either get Pinkberry or, like, Italian ices, I would probably choose the Pinkberry. You good?
Mm-hmm. There was an issue with one of the file transfers.
Oh, okay.
We'll deal with it later. Nope, that's the wrong one. Just clicking like a maniac.
So 30 tier list. There we go.
Okay. So, the tier list as it currently stands is in the S tier. We have Allstead Farms, Frozen Flavors, Milkcraft, Surreal Creamery, Ryan's Homemade Ice Cream, Mystic Drawbridge, Friendlies, and the Big Bear.
In that order. In A, we have Nicholas Creamery, Gabriel's Fountain, Strollo's Lighthouse, Sweet Ice Creamery, Sunday Afternoon, Sundays, Carvel, Coney Waffle, Smoothie King, and the Frozen Yo Cafe.
In the B tier, we have Ralph's Famous Italian Ice, Baskin Robbins, Haagen-Dazs, and Jersey Freeze.
In C, we have Rita's, Crazies, Cold Stone Creamery, Shake Shack, Dairy Queen, Sonic, and that's it for C. Go on.
And then in the D tier, we have Magnificos and Mini Melts.
Okay. So, yeah, this would be hard to rate.
So I got an idea.
I feel like all right, what's your idea?
Because in my head, right, we could do that math thing we did in the last episode.
Right.
And math it out and see where it lands. Or, because you really, really liked it, and I thought it was horrible, we meet in the middle and go B.
That's what I was going to say.
Okay. Oosh.
Yeah, don't hit
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to punch the microphone. Sorry, everyone.
Yeah, you better be. Anyway. So I think that it deserves to be in B.
All right.
I would have it over Ralph's personally.
Really? You thought it was better than Ralph's?
Honey, this is a matter of taste.
Ugh.
I like frozen yogurt, and you just don't. Why? I definitely.
I mean, I would put it.
You want to put it after Baskin Robbins and in front of Haagen-Dazs?
That's where I would put it.
But how do we do that when we also don't know how good their other flavors are?
Well, that's what I'm saying. For now, we place it here. Eventually,
we go to
Brooklyn. We try a real Pinkberry. I get the vanilla latte non-tart yogurt because it's on their menu.
And I get the matcha.
And then we will, have a whole different opinion.
We have to do it before the next 20 weeks are up or so.
You could probably make it happen.
All right.
We'll figure it out. But I think for now, a fair placement would be in B. In between the other stuff in B. Because it's right in the middle of the middle.
Yeah, if we didn't know the candy pop.
If
we didn't know the Sugar Pop place only had literally 2 flavors, we probably would have just put this off, right?
Right.
Yeah, but
until we could have gotten to a full-fledged Pinkberry.
But it was on the tier list, and we couldn't really change it. It's a real pain in the butt to change the tier, the schedule, the order, the schedule.
It's not it's doable, but it is a royal issue because I try to make a lot of the stuff for these episodes in advance, like the notes and the logos and the thumbnails. So if I've made them with the right episode numbers on, then I gotta shift everything, then I gotta shift every logo up by 1 also, and it's like a
that's a nightmare.
It's a nightmare and a half. So I think for now, a fair placement is in the middle of the middle, which is B tier after Baskin Robbins for now.
All right, I can live with that.
Okay. Sweet.
Yes, eventually,
or tart, I guess, technically.
We promise that within 20 weeks, we will go to Brooklyn and try it.
And we will adjust Pinkberry.
Yes,
we'll do an extra toppings episode for that.
Okay. Sounds good.
Sounds like a plan. And speaking of plans, if you haven't done them already, make sure you follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Do we even use our Twitter? Just kidding. Don't use Twitter. Instagram, YouTube,
Yeah, I'm getting off of that.
Spotify. I haven't logged into our Twitter in literal weeks.
I bet no one looks at it anyway.
It's fine.
Twitter sucks. I'm done with Twitter.
Yikes. Shots fired. Just kidding.
I was about to say, you quit it before I did.
I did. I quit Twitter so long ago. It's bad. But Instagram for sure, YouTube, Spotify, at Scooped Podcast, on most of these platforms. Be sure to follow, like, subscribe, tell a friend, etc.
And don't forget the Ko-fi.
Don't forget to donate to our Ko-fi if you are able, because we spend a lot of money on ice cream, as it turns out. So we would love to have some help with that if you're available for that.
And we also have now the Facebook group.
Yes, we have I forgot about that. We have a new Facebook fan page for Scooped Podcast, so if you have a Facebook, or your parents have Facebook, or anybody in your life has Facebook.
Or if your dog has Facebook.
That would be interesting.
I wish I was kidding. I think I've actually saw that.
Probably. Anyway, like us on Facebook as well, so you can always know where to go for your Frozen favorites. And the best way to support us is always by tuning in. So remember to tune in next week for a review of a novelty independent ice cream shop with a monstrous theme.
Very novelty, very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Cool in more than just the ice cream way.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.